always said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Using the quick game.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
The Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Morgan. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
They want to run it left here.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Give to the running back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Plenty of options here, run or pass on 3rd down right around midfield. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
And a nice play by the defense. 3rd and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
Punt is on its way. He makes the catch at the 10. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. How about the tight end showing the athleticism and diving to make that grab?
It's so nice as a quarterback, Reese, to have a tight end who's athletic and can make the play when it's not a perfect throw.
The Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wants to fire on second down. Got his man on the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. When you're dealing with the big tight end, you better get a bunch of hats around the football.
And here's the thing, Reese. These used to be big, slow tight ends. Now these guys are absolute freaks. They're so good. You can split them out wide. You can put them in the formation. They can do so much. And you see after the catch, hard to get to the ground.
Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions. That's what gets the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they have those great football teams.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Williams looking for a man. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
You know, that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field, and they just couldn't hook up on that one.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to throw again. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got, because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
His drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. The 20. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Michigan. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Caught in the backfield, it's Coleman. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. What a nice job getting rid of the football, not only avoiding the sack, but getting the nice gain.
And taking a shot, getting hit as he throws it, showing some toughness, but going through his progression, he couldn't find anybody open, finally went to his running back, got him the football, and he did the rest.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Williams will pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Coleman. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. He unleashes a long one. Grabs it inside the 15. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Williams looking for a man. Touchdown, Washington. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quick pass to the left. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. Shotgun, they go to the ground. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on a linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Not all DBs DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Washington.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Williams will pass. Throws to the tight end. This time it's complete. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number one.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They just keep firing. Got it in the middle. It's Green. He's loose. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Here's the handoff. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to the run. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Makes the grab. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And as a defense, that's why you want to avoid 3rd and short moving forward. It's really hard to defend that slant. That's a bang-bang play. The offense knows they can execute in their sleep. Defense will have to do better early in the drive moving forward.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Haynes. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Looking for space to the left. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
And the Wolverines are marching down the field. To the air on 1st down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Finds a little space. Can't get him to the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another 1st down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
The Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's McCulley. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time. Spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Catch in the middle. It's Morgan. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. just going to keep it after the snap. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. Got room to work. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
It's so hard to defend these guys. You know, it's 1st and 10. Everything's available to you. You don't know if it's run or pass, and then you add in the scrambling element with the quarterback. He does a great job scrambling outside, getting outside the pocket, and then at the end of the play, not taking a hit, getting a 1st down, new set of downs for the offense.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Williams looking for a man. Here comes the heat. The sure hands, it's Coleman. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Huskies want to pick up the tempo. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Going over the top. Pulls in the deep ball. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Boston. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. Williams will pass. Got his man in the middle. That throw and catch gets him down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw for it. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Huskies.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. They march 78 yards down the field, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Simpson. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. The Wolverines will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Other scores from around the country. Slippery Rock, 22. University of New Haven, 7.
Williams looking for a man. Rushes on him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
Yeah, and you just think about guys that just look great in their youth. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ajabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Going for it all. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
As a defense, you got to start reading the tea leaves, right? Like, what are they doing to try to attack me? That's back-to-back deep ball shots. This is an offense. They're trying to stretch the field. The defense has got to make sure they're paying attention.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Williams will pass. Makes the grab. It's Green. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Hauls it in. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw again. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Williams looking for a man. Got it in the middle. It's Boston. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. Gets it out quickly. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Really nice timing on that out route there. Good anticipation by the QB, getting it out on time. And how about the receiver securing the catch, tapping the toes before he went out of bounds.
And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Green. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Williams will pass. Touchdown, Huskies! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
Getting set for the point after. And it's no good. He missed the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pulls it in. It's Marsh. He has a knack for taking away the tackler's leverage. He's out to the 34.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Marsh. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Caught over the middle. It's Morgan. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to throw it. Here's a heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And here's what I like about this play, man. First thing you do is take away the easy stuff. Make him react, get him outside the pocket, and now you got to catch him. You got to have a plan for a mobile QB when he gets out the pocket. Who's going to pull the trigger, come up, and chase after him? Nice discipline by the...
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Really tough on an offense. 3rd and long, it's tough to, you know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
Williams looking for a man. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Really nice looking pinpoint throw there. And when I think back to Husky QBs, you think about Warren Moon, you think about Mark Brunell, the Heward brothers. What about Jake Browning? All made really good decisions. This guy, he's got a lot of arm talent, but he's also very smart.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Used the play fake, now to throw. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
At the 30. First down for the offense.
We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. And And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Quick strike complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. Williams will pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington! And the beatdown has ensued.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Washington.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Williams looking for a man. Buys a little time. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, what a move to get room. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening. He went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now. Throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Looking downfield on 1st down. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got his man quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Unleashes to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major... There he goes! Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the 4th quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
Throws to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not...
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Makes the catch. It's Morgan. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Wolverines come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Trying play action. Buying some time. Slithers into space. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. And
they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. The Wolverines, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. The give. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got it, so they convert the two and keep just a flicker of hope alive, down 2 possessions. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Washington. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out in the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Williams will pass. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Trying to take it back. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, there's no quit in this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
Got it in the middle. It's Marshall. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gives it on the option. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Coming out with it, it's Washington. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Williams looking for a man. Finds his man. It's Coleman. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Boston. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
To the air on first down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Zings it complete to the right. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Williams will pass. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
They're still firing away even with this lead. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.